Hey yo, this is Dash, and welcome back to my kitchen, and welcome if this is your first video of mine that you're seeing. But today, I have a primal cut. Thanks, Victor. I have a primal cut. This primal cut is a beef ribeye whole boneless USDA choice. So, we have this choice primal, and I am going to cut it up. Cut it, cut it, cut it, cut it into individual steaks. Show you how to do it inexpensively. Save yourself like $5 a pound per, but you gotta bite the bullet and spend $300
what?
on a 21 pound piece of meat. Can you do it? You can do it! Yes, if I can do it, you can do it. You guys get to join me. Hey yo, this is Dash.
Get ready.
Oh. All right, so I have my steak here. Well, excuse me, I have my primal cut, the whole cut. And what I'm going to do is trim this off, and I'm gonna show you what I'm gonna be trimming. But the last time I did this, I learned a bit.
Flashback.
So my wife is standing off camera, and she said she didn't want to be on camera or help, and yet what is she doing?
I am
Monday
learning.
morning quarterbacking?
No, this isn't real time.
This is real. Oh yeah.
We are learning.
So do you?
End of flashback.
So we're gonna be showing you. So this is the anatomy of the steak. This is the spinalis. The spinalis is here. This is the ribeye cap. This is the actual ribeye, and then this is the tail. The tail bit runs down along here. Now, the last time I did this, I was a little unsure of myself, and I started slicing, and then I saw the tail piece. But I've since learned that I'm going to turn this over, cut the tail off, and separate. And I actually made some smash burgers with the tail. All right. So at this point, let's get some salt on these guys. A little bit of Lucky Shake on these guys. And the fat, the extra fat that I trimmed off of the cut the whole piece, the whole primal, into individual steaks, individual ribeyes, and we enjoyed the heck out of those ribeyes. So let's go ahead and try to get this done. Now you're gonna need a few things. First and foremost, you're gonna need a decent cutting board. So this cutting board I actually got from Ian at Custom Cutting Boards R Us. The link, or his website, will be linked down in the description. I have a boning knife, and I also have a 12-inch meat slicing knife. These knives have been sharpened since the last time I used them, so it should make this a lot easier. Just like I said, I have gone ahead and I rinsed my steak off before starting this. So what I'm gonna do is cut the fat portion. Now this piece of meat actually had less fat on it than the other two pieces or cuts that were there at Costco when I was there. But I'm gonna come in and just follow the natural lines, get the silver skin off of the bigger piece of meat. I'm just pulling, letting the meat separate itself. And if we get a little bit of fat, or excuse me, a little bit of meat caught up in this, it's okay. I do have a meat grinder, and I am going to take the cuttings, the trimmings, and I'm going to make smash burgers out of them. It's doing it. The last time I did smash burgers, they turned out amazing. Cheers. Ridiculous. Don't be afraid to move around and walk around the meat. Get in there. Now on this end, trying to make sure you guys can see what I'm doing. This end is where the tail piece is. I'm gonna come in where it separates and cut it off and out. And this will be the base for my smash burgers. I'm gonna cut this just in smaller pieces, make it a little more manageable for when I vacuum seal these up. I'm gonna get a little bit of aluminum foil to put these pieces on. And there's the tail. There's a lot of fat in and around on that. And it was delicious when I cut it up last time. So now I'm done with the boning knife. Let's move my board back. Now, I took advantage of the fact that it is like 32, 33 degrees outside, and I stuck my ribeye outside to firm up a little bit. Now I'm gonna square this up. And now I'm gonna take my knife and use my knife, which has roughly a 1-inch blade, and I'm going to put the dull side on the edge, stand it straight up, and make my slices, my cuts. And this will give me very even cuts. Just try to remember to keep your knife perpendicular to your meat as you're doing this. And you see I'm going right to left. As I am right-handed, this makes it a lot easier for me. But let's show you guys what the steak looks like. I mean, that is pretty spot on, pretty fantastic. That'd be a steak I'd pick out from like Texas Roadhouse, or that steak says pick me all over it. So I took and put the steak outside on the side of my house, like I said, because it's so cold outside, and let it sit out there for about an hour and a half just to firm up a bit. And it is definitely cutting way easier than it did the last time I did this. I also, since the last time I did this, I got my knives sharpened. I usually get my knives sharpened about once a quarter. And I can definitely tell the difference. This steak is gonna be the end cuts are what I'm gonna cook for us pretty much right now. So I have 3 pieces that are a little wonky. So this one doesn't have very much in the form of the spinalis. And then these 2 are just a little thinner, but that's okay. They're gonna be delicious. All right, let's cut these all up, make sure they're separated. Five, 6. I think that turned out fantastic. All right. So at this point, I'm gonna go ahead and get my vacuum sealer, individually vacuum seal these guys. So I ended up with 13. These are probably inch wide steaks, thick cut. You could cut your steaks thinner and have more steaks, but I think these guys look fantastic. Here are my trimmings. So this is the tail piece. I'm gonna vacuum seal these and use my grinder, meat grinder, and turn those into smash burgers. And then these are the offcuts. Basically, that was the end piece, or both end pieces. One was a little wonky. The other one was on the far right side, and that one was, I just used it to square up to make the steaks the same thickness. And then on the opposite side, it also was a little wonky and it wasn't quite wide enough. So I just made that cut, and there we have it. So like I said, let me get the vacuum sealer and I guess we'll vacuum seal all of these guys. So I'm back and I am going to go ahead and get my steaks in the bags. These are like a medium-sized vacuum seal bag. Thank you, Grumpus. He put me onto a pack of, like a variety pack of bags that work really well with the chamber vacuum sealer. So got these off of Amazon. If I remember, I'll put a link down in the description below. If you are looking for the link to these bags and you don't see them and I didn't put them in the description, please just message me, or not message, leave a comment, and I will go ahead and get the link put down in the description. So I'm just gonna go ahead and get these guys put in the bags. I'm gonna try and put them in the bags neatly so that they will present very well and they'll freeze very well. So I'm just gonna go ahead and lay these guys out, get them bagged up. I'll bring you back once I'm done. All right, last one. So I like to fold the bags over. It makes getting everything put inside of the bags easier. I'm gonna take all of these pieces, little knots and everything. I'm sticking those with the tail end. Like I said, I'm gonna be grinding that up a little later.
It takes grinding to be a king. It takes grinding to be a king.
So at this point, get the glove off, fold these over, and I'm gonna get them into the vacuum sealer. I'm gonna try and lay them out. Like I said, make them look presentable. And we'll get them in here and vacuum seal them. All right, there you have it, easy peasy. I'm gonna go ahead and finish these guys up and I'll talk to you guys when I'm done. All right, last one done. Now, this was quick, easy, and with a little, let's say, ingenuity, but with some tools, you can do this at home yourself, save yourself hundreds of dollars, and get extra cuts that you can do and use for other things aside from just steaks. This right here, this cutoff meat is going to make the absolute best smash burgers. Ask me how I know in the comments down below. Anyway, thank you guys so very much for watching this video. I have a couple steaks off to the side that we might be doing some cook videos on in the future. Anyway, thank you guys again so very much as always for watching. If you haven't already, please do subscribe. If you have any questions or comments, feel free to leave them in the comments below. But thanks again. I'll see you next time.
More butter, baby.